Don Showalter of Mid-Prairie. Jim Ecoff. Jim Ecoff, the coach at Western Christian, 25 years on the job, 468 wins, 80% winning percentage. And for Mid-Prairie of Wellman, it's Don Showalter, who has 486 wins in his 33 years on the job. So two great coaches getting ready to square off. And two teams which really, you know, it's interesting how they've gotten here, Al, because Western Christian took on the top-ranked team in the state, Nottoway Valley, a team that had won 37 consecutive games. But Western Christian, with that depth and their pressure and their length, they just caused a lot of problems for a very, very good Nottoway Valley team.
They dispatched them handily, beating them 73-57. And John, we talked about this when preparing tonight. The Lakes Conference up there, where Western Christian participates, plays a lot of 3A and 4A schools. There's a mixed bag in terms of how that conference is set up. So this is a team that has experience against larger schools, presumably with more talent and better athletes. So they're very well prepared for these things. And we've seen so much success in recent years in terms of teams coming from that northwest Iowa area and having success here in Wells Fargo. Excuse me. And Don Showalter, the flip side of that, just a great man, a great coach, has done a lot with the national teams here in the United States. He's certainly an ambassador of the basketball game well beyond the borders of the state of Iowa.
We will be displaying this sportsmanship on the floor. We ask you.
Well, and then Mid-Prairie of Wellman, at one point this season, Al was 9-10, and they've won 8 consecutive games. Don Showalter said, you know, 3 weeks ago, if you would ask me, would we be playing for the state championship?
Yep,
he said no way.
Absolutely.
But he said now, not only are we in the state championship, our guys think we're going to win it, you know, because, you know, there he is, Don Showalter, 33 years on the job, 486 victories. Let's go to our public address announcer, Father Craig Collison.
And the 2007 Iowa High School Boys State Basketball Tournament. This is the championship game in Class 2A. And it features the Golden Hawks of Mid-Prairie and the Wolfpack of Western Christian. Let's meet the non-starters and assistant coaches of both schools. For Mid-Prairie, number 5, Joseph Gent. Number 11, Jason Kern. Number 13, Ryan Gent. Number 23, Josh Showalter. Number 25, Justin Strabala. Number 33, Andy Thompson. Number 43, Tim Roth. Number 45, Jake Hurd. Number 51, Kevin Schlabaugh. And number 53, Craig Bloom. The assistant coaches of the Golden Hawks, Mr. Chris Kern, Mr. Dave Schlabaugh, Mr. Kelly Bender, and Mr. Bud Bender. Here are the non-starters and assistant coaches for the Wolfpack. Number 5, Brennan Granstra. Number 11, Michael Van Engen. Number 30, John Vogel. Number 34, Levi Bootsma. Number 40, Brandon Oldenkamp. Number 42, Eric Heinen. And number 55, Lee Eiselstein. The assistant coaches of Western Christian, Mr. Jerry Bohr and Mr. Bill Harmson. And now, here are your starting lineups. For the 17 and 10 Golden Hawks of Mid-Prairie. And the 21 and 6 Wolfpack of Western Christian. For the Golden Hawks, a 5'11 senior, number 15, Kyle Graber. For Western Christian, a 6'2 junior, number 15, Kevin Fatma. For Mid-Prairie, a 5'10 senior, number 21, Braden Koss. For Western Christian, a 6-foot sophomore, number 20, Joel Gasing. For the Golden Hawks, a 6'3 junior, number 31, Darren Patterson. For the Wolfpack, a 6'3 sophomore, number 25, Trevor Walterstorff. For Mid-Prairie, a 5'10 junior, number 35, Lance Silva. For Western Christian, a 6'1 junior, number 32, Jeremy Zutenhorst. For the Golden Hawks, a 5'11 senior, number 41, Trenton Koss. For Western Christian, a 6'7 sophomore, number 52, Curtis Van Grau. The head coach of Mid-Prairie, Mr. Don Showalter, and the head coach of Western Christian, Mr. Jim Ecoff. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you the officials assigned to this contest. The second umpire, Mr. Randy Bloom of Ankeny. The first umpire, Mr. Dan Rourke of Indianola. And the referee, Mr. Randy Daniels of Ankeny.
All right, it's the Class 2A title game. Western Christian of Hull, very young team. They start, as you heard on those lineup introductions, 2 juniors and 3 sophomores. And Mid-Prairie, excited to be here in the state championship game. And as Coach Don Showalter said, they think they can win it. Maybe a lot of the experts don't, but they believe it, and that's what matters. We'll see. The Golden Hawks control the tip. Lance Silva. There's number 35. All right, comes to Koss. Those Kosses are twin brothers, both in the starting lineup for Mid-Prairie. You see Western Christian come out in his own. There's the jump shot. It wouldn't fall, and the rebound controlled by Van Grau. Van Grau did not play many minutes in the semifinal with Nottoway Valley because he got in foul trouble. Just 9 minutes, picked up 4 fouls. Gasink tried to save, couldn't do it. Let's check out the keys to the game from Al Lorenzen, brought to you by Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. First of all, for Mid-Prairie, Al.
Well, for Mid-Prairie, you got to find shooters. You got to identify them early and often. and you've got to be able to handle the pressure. Western Christian's going to throw it at you during the course of this game.
The jump shot wouldn't fall for Graber. And here comes Western Christian on the run. Zutenhorst. This guy at 6'1" is one of the most effective post players you'll see. So undersized, but effective.
Uses his body, very physical young man, comes in averaging over 15 a game, just doing an outstanding job.
Koss misses the three, but draws the foul. That was Braden Koss on the three-point attempt. Here's your Western Christian keys to the game.
And they also need to identify shooters. Mid-Prairie's made 133 threes this year. Western Christian must also control tempo. They're going to want to play at a much higher rate of speed than Mid-Prairie is. If they can control the tempo, certainly that bodes well for the Wolfpack.
Zutenhorst picked up the foul, and Braden Koss hit the free throw. He'll try two more. Braden, the better scorer of the two Koss brothers, averaging 9 a game. And he hits 2 of the 3 free throws to tie the game. Glad you could join us tonight for this Class 2A championship. Zutenhorst kicks it out. And Krautma missed the 3. A good rebound that time for Trenton Koss. Here's his brother Braden.
Western Christian just straight man-to-man, coming right out and going toe-to-toe.
Down low, the interception. Trevor Walterstorff, just a sophomore, good player. Now Faulkner for 3 again. And the rebound controlled by Koss. Graber had the hot hand against Tri-Center, missed the 3 there, but the rebound to Patterson. Back up in a crowd. And it's out of bounds. It will belong to Mid-Prairie. Mid-Prairie got here by defeating Garner Hayfield in a bit of an upset, 57-44. Then the thriller over Tri-Center Neola, 59-58. A steal for Braden Koss, but Graber couldn't control. A good hustle that time by John Vogel of Western Christian to keep it alive. Good pass by Zutenhorst. And a foul called. And here's how Western Christian advanced to the championship game. A big victory over Northeast Goose Lake. And then knocking off top-rated Nottoway Valley, a game where they trailed by 1 at the half. A long jumper for Koss, and the rebound to Zutenhorst. Walterstorff, a very versatile player, takes it to the baseline and gets rid of it. Zutenhorst had it poked free. Good play by Koss. In transition, Silbaugh through the foul.
And I like that Mid-Prairie is being aggressive with it. Obviously, we hold Western Christian rather the more up-tempo team. They're going to look to control it, push it, but Mid-Prairie giving them a taste of their own medicine, and Silbaugh able to draw the foul in transition.
So 2 free throws coming for Lance Silbaugh. The first one is good, and he has added to that tally at the free throw line for Mid-Prairie. All 3 of their points coming from the stripe. They'll shoot 1 more. And he got it. A 4-2 lead for the Golden Hawks. And pressure from Mid-Prairie. Gasink fouled as he tried to advance into the front court.
And from our vantage point here, John, clearly Gasik had that left arm extended.
Timeout on the floor. It's a 4-2 Mid-Prairie of Wellman advantage early on.
Dad, you're going to be a grandpa.
To Mike for 30 great years. So what are you going to do now?
Take a trip to see those grandkids of ours. No matter how life changes, Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is there, giving you a number of ways to take charge of your health so you can focus on the moments that matter with more doctors and hospitals across Iowa and the world, and hassle-free service. Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. The difference is blue.
Lots of people said I'd never get away with just one pass. Then again, they've never seen a pre-emerge herbicide like this.
It's not just a one pass. It's a security system. Radius, a weed-free zone. Talk to your dealer about Radius, part of the Growing Strong Rewards program.
I'm number one! I'm number one! Oh, I'm number one! Oh, hey! Ah, back off! Hey!
Oh, nice.
State Farm is proud to support Iowa high school sports.
Fans of the Mid-Prairie Golden Hawks enjoying an early 4-2 advantage over Western Christian, even though Mid-Prairie has yet to hit a shot from the floor, 0 of 6.
I was just going to say, if you told Don Showalter that halfway through the first quarter you wouldn't have made a shot and you'd have the lead, I think he'd have taken that.
I'm guessing if you had told him he had the lead no matter how it got there, he'd have taken that. Zudenhorst inside, where he is so effective. Watch him throughout the game, number 32 for Hull Western Christian. He is as effective a 6'1" post player as you'll see. He's going to check out of the game here.
And let that be a lesson for all the young people out there saying, oh, I'm too short to do this, I can't do that. You know what? You can be as effective as you learn how to be. And Zudenhorst has just worked his tail off, knows how to use his body, and just goes out there and gets it done.
Patterson inside, had it poked free. And a good steal that time by Oldenkamp. Boy, what a versatile weapon he is off the bench. Oldenkamp to the hoop, draws the foul. Brandon Oldenkamp, in their quarterfinal win over Northeast Goose Lake, scored 16 points in 12 minutes. 5 of 8 from the floor. Now that's heating it up in a hurry. Walterstorff misses the 3. Vogel couldn't get the follow, and Western Christian isn't exactly filling it up either as they struggle to get shots down here in the early going.
Well, you talk about Oldenkamp, for a guy in the high school game to come in off the bench and give you 8 points a game night in and night out. That's a huge lift that you're getting, that Coach Jim Ecoff is getting off his bench.
Yeah, his whole bench has been really effective. He's proud of those guys and what they've done here in this state tournament. Good passing. Graber finding Patterson.
And Patterson coming in, Mid-Prairie's leading scorer and rebounder. As we see the turnover here, the pressure paying off.
And who would have guessed, this is quite a coup by Don Showalter to press this Western Christian team. I would have thought that he would have tried to get it into more of a half-court game, but he's perhaps caught Western Christian a little bit off guard with his pressure. But you win the way you win. You don't alternate too much for the opponent. You've got to do what you do best, and perhaps this has been the best style all year for Coach Showalter.
Well, especially at this stage of the game, you got virtually no time to scout, no time to put any special wrinkles in. You're just going to go out and play.
Graber hits a 3. What a start from Mid-Prairie. They lead at 9-4. Oldenkamp had it stolen by Patterson. So Mid-Prairie off to a terrific start. Justin Kern has checked into their lineup. Here's Patterson driving. It's poked free and out of bounds. It'll belong to Mid-Prairie.
We've got another line change coming in for Western Christian. This is the third time that I've been counting where 3 or more players have substituted at a time.
And what they generally do, and what they're doing here, is they leave Trevor Wolsterstorff on the floor. He's their top player, just a sophomore. Wolterstorff usually stays out and the others shift. They go in line changes, as you mentioned. Timeout called here with 3:10 to go. And a 9-4 Mid-Prairie advantage.
And, you know, it's really interesting, John, when you see the pass going to Graber, and he certainly knows what to do with it from there. Graber knocking down 38 threes this year. Outstanding shooting, but since Tom Davis arrived in the state of Iowa, it's amazing how many high school coaches have adopted the 1-2-2, the 1-2-1-1. Have adopted some variants of full court pressure and have learned how to be effective doing it. Prior to that time, there weren't a lot of guys here in this part of the world employing that tactic.
It's an interesting point. Mid-Prairie enjoying this 5-point advantage. And a three from the left wing fails to go in. Western Christian coming the other way. It's Kern on the miss.
It failed to draw iron.
Western Christian draws iron, but there's Zutenhorst again. He has all 6 points for Western Christian. See number 25, Justin Sprayballa into the game for Mid-Prairie. There's a nice drive by Graber. Sprayballa played a key role in their win yesterday. More on him in a moment. 11-6 the score. Back and forth, the pace goes now. And this is Fopma hitting a three. He missed a couple earlier, but got that one down. Kevin Fopma.
And it knocked it down, 56 of them this year. Certainly Kevin Fopma comfortable behind the arc as we see the turnover by Mid-Prairie.
Zutenhorst ahead to Walterstorff. Pull-up free throw line jumper. First bucket for Walterstorff, and it's tied at 11. Sprayballa, we talked about him. He had a great game yesterday. Missed the three, and an over-the-back foul on the rebound on Walterstorff.
Is it just me, or are these teams starting to find their rhythm? The level of play has improved dramatically here in the last couple of minutes, as both teams seem to be finding themselves. As you see Walterstorff just stopping and popping that nice intermediate jump shot, that lost art that is that mid-range jump shot.
Josh Showalter into the game, nephew of Coach Don Showalter, and he has the ball down low. There's a near steal, and it is a steal as Gasing tracks it down. Fopma from way outside. Missed that one. And now Mid-Prairie has numbers going the other way. Sprayballa. Tough shot. Patterson kept it alive, and a foul on Patterson.
And you've got to love the aggressiveness by Mid-Prairie. They're saying, hey, we're going to come right out here and go right at you, play your game. We talked about Western Christian wanting to play an up-tempo style of play. We didn't anticipate Mid-Prairie would stand there toe-to-toe with them, but they are.
Patterson, the leading scorer and rebounder for Mid-Prairie this season, picks up his second personal foul. So he'll have to be careful to try to avoid the third. There's a long pass underneath and poked free, and up with it is Graber. Mid-Prairie pretty scrappy in this early part of the ball game. Good pass underneath. Showalter lost control of it, but was fouled.
Fopma whistled for that foul. I think he ended up on the worst end of that deal. Got knocked on his backside and whistled for the foul.
You know, if you run into Josh Showalter, you're probably going to get the worst end of the deal. Pretty stocky kid at 5'11", 185. His free throw good. He's coming back off a broken leg that he suffered during the football season.
And that's why Mid-Prairie's record's a bit deceiving. They started out the season missing some key folks that were out with injuries from football season. So as they've gotten those guys back, things have kind of gelled for this ball club. And we're seeing the result here in the state championship tonight.
Jason Kern, another that's coming back off a broken leg. There we go. 33 seconds to go. First half, and a 1-point lead for Mid-Prairie. Fopma finding Gasing. Zutenhorst. for Jeremy Zutenhorst. Western Christian back in front by 1. Cross trying to answer. And with 10 seconds to go, Zutenhorst rebounds. Western Christian can tack on one more. Gasink from 18. And we come to the end of an exciting first quarter. A 13-12 advantage for Western Christian. We'll be back after these local messages.
You've got a lot of choices in shopping, but at Southern Hills Mall, you'll find them all under the same roof. The coolest stores and the hottest merchandise, from fashion to fine prints, from gadgets to gotta-see movies. There's something for everyone and every occasion. Bringing your best times and best friends together in one place that has it all. No matter what your age, your friends are always under the same roof at Southern Hills Mall.
Where your friends are.
I've been golfing for 20 years, and I've been improving my game for several years now. I achieved one goal this year in getting my handicap down to a 0 or down to a scratch. Knowing your game, knowing how it fits a certain hole or a certain course, and then actually putting that plan to use is huge. Smart golf leads to better golf. I just have a passion for the game. When somebody comes in here, within a few questions, we can kind of figure out where their game's at and get the right equipment in their hands. I'm Jay Dolan, and I'm a golf expert at Shields.
Did you miss your favorite ABC show or want to watch it again?
Oh, this is awkward.
Now, you can watch full-length episodes of your favorite shows online, like Grey's Anatomy, Lost, Desperate Housewives, and more. The day after they air, free.
Sweet.
All the scenes that'll take your breath away.
Does she know you killed your wife? What is she talking about?
All online.
Seriously?
All free.
Seriously.
On KCAUTV.com.
A 1-point advantage for Western Christian as we get start the second quarter. There's a case of shooting nerves for these teams. It hasn't affected Jeremy Zutenhorst. He's 4 of 4. Everybody else in the game is 5 for 23. Nice transition basket by Graber.
And John, the one thing you can't say about these teams right now is they are not taking care of the basketball. Western Christian committing their 7th turnover here early in this game.
There you see the Menards key stats. Western Christian shooting it well, but turning it over, as you mentioned, that's the 7th TO. And then free throws are an area that doesn't show up on that monitor, but Mid-Prairie has been able to get to the line and score. And Graber is off to a great start for Mid-Prairie.
He really is, as he kicks that one loose and then goes down, has to come to a good jump stop, gathers himself, lets Walterstorff go by, and then knocks it down. Just tremendous effort.
Kyle Graber averaging 13 points a game, had 16 in their semifinal win over Tri-Center Neola. Had 4 of 8 from three-point range in that game. Some pressure from Mid-Prairie. Gasink, the point guard, had it knocked loose. But here's Faulkner again. He can really stroke it.
And that young man gets his feet under him. Look out.
Faulkner has hit a team-high 56 threes coming into the state tournament. And a drive by Graber. Well, Graber has just been terrific here early on for Mid-Prairie.
And you just love to see these kids compete out here. See if we can get a look at Fatma's last three-pointer. You see the tremendous effort by Graber. The loose ball comes back to Western Christian. Kick it to Fatma, and as we said, to the tune of 35%. He knows how to make three-pointers.
Graber added the free throw. He has 10 points, and now he gets a steal. But getting it right back is Vogel for Western Christian. Western Christian a little bit shaky in the early going of this one after looking so sharp in that semifinal win against Nottoway Valley. But they got off to a slow start in that game and really came on strong in the second half. And I think the people that were here to witness it remember that more than they do the first. Nottoway Valley, such a good team. That was a great win for Western Christian. Gasink missing the shot. Vogel, another of those bench players, finds Zutenhorst.
And once again, you watch that young man play. You wonder how he does it. Zudenhorst just finds the crevice along the baseline, and that's going to be Patterson's third by my count, and that is a big, big foul.
Yeah, with 6:39 to go in the second quarter, Darren Patterson, the leading scorer and rebounder coming into this one for Mid-Prairie, picks up his third personal foul. So something to keep an eye on the rest of the way. Western Christian coach Jim Ecoff calls timeout with his team leading it by 1. You know, we have mentioned the point guard Joel Gasink for Western Christian, a sophomore. His father, Kevin, was the point guard in 83 and 84 on Jim Ecoff's first teams that he was the head coach at Western Christian. He says, boy, do I feel old. And I've coached the father and the son.
Well, you just talked about these two coaches here tonight. You know, 486 wins for Don Showalter, 469 wins for Jim Ecoff. Just two guys that have done it for a long, long time with a high rate of success, and they've done it the right way. And you know, John, we talked about some of our games earlier today about these coaches that really, it's a labor of love, and the time and effort that goes into establishing a program like these two have established at their schools. It's certainly, on a dollar-per-hour basis, certainly you're not well compensated. But I can tell you that these two guys love what they do, and you can tell that they just enjoy being around these kids.
Great job by our crew. They couldn't have picked a better time to get a shot at Jim Ecoff as he breathes a sigh of relief, maybe, or a sigh of stress. And that's part of the deal, too. Western Christian up 1. Costs just inside the three-point line. Oldenkamp rebounds. Lots of syllables in these Western Christian names.
You're handling them quite well.
Yeah, until I butchered Westerstorff just now. Oldenkamp for 3. And the rebound is Strabala. Maybe he should be playing for Western Christian. Koss, there's a good short name. Graber fires a 3. Boy, what a start for Kyle Graber. 13 points. And Mid-Prairie a 2-point advantage with 5:44 to go in the half.
And Graber's 3 starts with ball reversal. They do a nice job of swinging the ball quickly, and Graber knocks down the open look.
Walterstorff traveled with the basketball. Substitutions. Michael Van Engen in for Western Christian.
As we look at this 3 here, you can see that ball reversal coming, and Graber ready to shoot it. Catch and stick. It's just that simple.
Nothing seems to bother this Mid-Prairie team. They battle through adversity all year, injuries and the like. Here in this state championship game, they have 3 fouls for Patterson, but they keep grinding away. Showalter lost control of it, and Oldenkamp comes up with the steal.
Showalter left his feet, nowhere to go with it.
Oldenkamp can shoot the 3. Couldn't get that one down. Strabala rebounds. Koss able to track it down, but it's knocked free. And a good steal that time by Brennan Granstra. Walterstorff on a jumper. Van Engen will try the free throws. Michael Van Engen, a junior, another of these reserves that plays so well for Western Christian. Their depth can really wear you out over the course of a game.
Well, and that's the challenge. We've seen Mid-Prairie come out here and step up to the plate and say, hey, we'll go up and down with you and we'll get after it. The difference is you've got a much deeper Western Christian team that's used to doing this. They practice at this tempo, game in, game out. They're used to playing at this pace. And the question becomes, can Mid-Prairie prolong this effort? Can they stay with Western Christian at this pace for 32 minutes?
Van Engen made the free throws to tie it at 20. Good one here in the Class 2A championship game. We're tied at 20.
See what a smile can do. A helpful smile for you.
We'll do anything for a customer.
Anything. That's the big difference here. Whatever it takes.
We'll leave you smiling.
See what a smile can do. A helpful smile for you. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
The Iowa High School Athletic Association and the Iowa Bankers have had a long-standing relationship. The neat part about this is we have a very similar philosophy. We want to do what's best for kids, and we want to develop future leaders and future good citizens for the state of Iowa. We're very proud of our student participants and the values that they learn: pride, dignity, leadership, sportsmanship, hard work. The Iowa Bankers are strong supporters of high school athletics in the state of Iowa.
How does Cookies make the best barbecue sauce on the planet? First, we select only the very finest ingredients. Then we apply our top secret recipe. Finally, we share it with friends and try to find room for all the awards we win. Cookies barbecue sauce, the best barbecue sauce on the planet.
Cookies makes a sauce for everyone. Cookies is the one.
Game tied at 24, 53 to go in the second quarter. What's hot in soybeans? Pioneer brand varieties. That's what. Pioneer varieties are bred to yield and built to defend against key pests and diseases. That's why Iowa growers plant more Pioneer soybeans than any other brand. See your full-service Pioneer sales professional soon. Earning a trip to the free throw line is Jason Kern. Now, we talked about the depth of Western Christian. And Mid-Prairie, maybe a few weeks ago, Coach Showalter would have said we don't have much depth, but I think he'd argue now that they have some decent depth of their own with Showalter and Strabala, Kern and Gent. They can go about 9 deep too, so it'll be an interesting matchup here in this championship game.
Well, Strabala made a believer out of me watching them play in the semifinals. He hit 2 or 3 big shots, including the game winner, and just came up very big for he and his teammates.
Jason Kern hitting both free throws for Mid-Prairie, and they lead it 22-20. Oh, tough shot there by Gasing.
The old-fashioned running one-hander. Gasing making it look easy.
The young man that we told you about, that his father played point guard for Coach Ekoff, and Graber answers. He has 15. Kyle Graber, 6 of 8 from the floor. But Zutenhorst says, I'll do you one better. He's 6 of 6 from the floor.
He's saying, just give me the ball, get out of my way, let me do my thing. And right now, both teams are obliging him.
Zutenhorst is having a great tournament. Graber will let it go. And did he make the right decision? No. It'll belong to Western Christian.
He tried to sell it. Officials weren't buying it. And John, both teams still not doing a great job taking care of the basketball. We've got Western Christian with 8 uncharacteristic turnovers, and Mid-Prairie with 7 already here in this first half.
Faulkner, out to Oldenkamp. Strong drive, missed the scoop. Strabala rebounds. Strabala, an all-state golfer. They talked him into rejoining the basketball program this year, and he's paid big dividends. And down low it goes. Ryan Gent able to score. So contributions from the Mid-Prairie bench, and a 2-point advantage for the Golden Hawks. But the 3 ball on the answer is Oldenkamp. What a good game this has been.
Say, hang on to your hats, folks. This one's going to get better, I have a feeling.
That 1A title game was a good one, too. Here's Koss firing. Good scrap for the rebound. Gasink got it ahead to Faulkner. Oh, nice job protecting the ball. Faulkner with 8. And a 3-point Western Christian lead. Koss driving. Gasink running the other way. Zutenhorst. And the crowd is not booing. They're yelling Zutenhorst. Or at least Zoo. 14 for Zutenhorst. And the lead is 5. Let's go back a moment ago. Check this out. Good action.
You see guys going for the loose ball. Gasik ends up with it. Kicks it ahead to Fatma.
And then Zutenhorst muscling his way in.
And the key in both of those, you got Gasink starting the action as a good point guard should and getting the ball to his teammates in a position where they can score. And I think as you watch Zutenhorst, what really jumps out at you, John, is the fact that he doesn't go vertically over people. He goes laterally and goes around them.
Yes, he does. Let's watch that finish by Faulkner on this fast break. And watch the way he protects the ball with his body. Kept it away from the defender.
And that looks easy if you're sitting at home in your living room. You're sitting there munching on a bag of Cheetos right now. You're thinking, hey, that didn't look so hard. He was out there by himself. But I can tell you, it's not easy. Keep yourself under control. Get that ball up on the glass nice and soft.
You're going fast. That's the thing that makes it tough.
Well, that's something that I never did, John, so I didn't have to worry about that.
Yeah, me either. I was short and slow. Not a good combination. And Graber hit the deck. He's hurt. Strabala able to score. Graber scrapes himself up. And now an offensive foul called on Western Christian.
And Wolterstorff not able to get on track yet here this evening. We talked about how critical he is to what Western Christian does offensively. He has not really heated up thus far.
Foul charge to 25, Trevor Wolterstorff.
Now watch Graber. Watch the foot in the chest here. Bam!
Ooh. And then they land on the head.
He's going to have a Nike swoosh embedded in his sternum.
I don't think it'll bother him. Strabala. He's one of the good stories of this tournament. Justin Strabala, All-State golfer. Joining the basketball team after not playing last year. Comes back and making a big contribution in the state tournament, and now a foul called on Mid-Prairie. And that'll send Granstra to the free throw line.
First personal foul, team foul number 7. Number 5, Brennan Granstra at the line for Western Christian. For Mid-Prairie, number 35.
Someone must have opened a door. there was a decided draft on that particular free throw.
Shooting into the wind, something you do in your driveway as you learn the game, but Granstra couldn't hit either of them. And now in transition, fresh off the bench, and missing was Silbaugh. But Graber will try it. And a foul called on Mid-Prairie as Faulkner hit the deck.
And I'm going to tell you what, you watch the action that's happening in that red painted area on this floor, and it is not for the faint of heart. There's some young men competing. It's hand-to-hand combat out there. I think we're at the Taekwondo Championships versus basketball. You've got to love the energy, the enthusiasm, and the way these kids are getting after it.
Two great coaches, two great programs. Meeting here in the Class 2A Championship. Faulkner has a good-looking stroke.
Goal
10 points now for Faulkner. And Western Christian in front by 3. Graber has had the hot hand. Working against a Western Christian zone here. Strabala. Oh, and a takeaway by Gasink. Can he outrace everyone to the hoop? He did, but he couldn't get it down. Good job recovering by Mid-Prairie. Graber in transition from 17. Wow, Graber red hot in this one. 17 points for Graber. And a 33-32 game. Gasink driving. Cut off nicely. Oldenkamp. His second 3. 4-point Western Christian lead. With 30 left in this first half, a turnover, a double dribble called on Mid-Prairie. Showalter will return. And now we'll see if Western Christian holds it for one. Look at this pace we're on here, Al. 36-32, we're not even to halftime.
So you getting tired
up
yet?
And down. I'm enjoying this one. This has been fun.
And Jim Eekhoff has signaled they're going to go for one shot.
And with 15 seconds to go, they get it in the hands of Gason. Oh, near steal. Last touch, though, by Graver. It'll belong to Western Christian with 8 seconds to go in the half.
Dangerous pass by Gason. You throw that cross quarter out there at the half court line, you're asking for trouble. Western Christian gets away with one there.
Oldenkamp on a drive. And an offensive foul. Stepping in and taking the charge was Showalter. And now, with 6 seconds to go, Mid-Prairie can get the last shot. Here it is again.
Into the Wolfpack lineup, number 30.
No fear at Showalter.
None at all. Great job of sliding over, giving weak side help, and taking that charge.
Here we go. Graber lets it fly and might have been partially blocked by Oldenkamp. So we come to the end of what was a very entertaining first half. Western Christian of Hull, a 36-32 lead over a scrappy Mid-Prairie team.
Sorry, I'm late.
I didn't see you pull up.
That ball handling was sweet.
Dad, don't try to be hip.
Iowa's nationally acclaimed schools and balanced quality of life make it one of the nation's best places to raise a family. Iowa, life-changing.
Lots of people said I'd never get away with just one pass. Then again, they've never seen a pre-emerge herbicide like this.
It's not just a one pass. It's a security system. Radius, a weed-free zone. Talk to your dealer about Radius, part of the Growing Strong Rewards program.
Install the real wood floor you've dreamed of after a stop at Menards. Engineered hardwood floors give any room a classic look. With a 25-year warranty, it installs with ease at $1.49 a square foot after rebate. Add elegance with lighting from today's design house. The Bristol collection features an oil rub bronze finish with T-glass. This 13-inch ceiling light is $19. This 5-light chandelier, $98. Helping you improve the look of your home. Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
It's a great ball game at halftime. Western Christian a 4-point advantage over Mid-Prairie. Let's go to Bud Lake.
Annually, the Board of Control of the IHSAA honors team doctors and trainers for the great service they provide our member schools and keeping their athletes safe. Presenting the Sports Medicine Awards, members of the Board of Control, Dan Delaney, the Activities Director at Mason City, Denny Presnell, representing the Iowa Association of School Boards from Ankeny, and Deb Menke, the principal at Pleasant Valley High School. Our first honoree is a graduate of Johnston High School, Drake University, and the University of Iowa Medical School. He was a team physician at Johnston from 1984 to 2003. He's been the president of the Iowa Medical Society and the Iowa Academy of Family Physicians and serves on the Board of Governors for the National Patient Safety Foundation. He is currently the president and CEO of Iowa Healthcare Collaborative in Des Moines. Please greet Dr. Thomas C. Evans and his wife, Patty. In 1975, this gentleman became the first and only head athletic trainer at Davenport West High School. This year marks 41 years of working in the field of athletics. He has also served as an athletic trainer with the Harlem Globetrotters, the Kansas City Royals, the Iowa Shrines football game, and the U.S. Olympic Training Center, as well as the International Special Olympics. He is a past recipient of the Health Education Teacher of the Year Award. Please greet from Davenport, Jerry Marsh. Since 1970, the Athletic Association salutes the more than 6,000 registered game officials with induction of some of their peers into the Officials Hall of Fame. Their service to our member schools and athletes is needed and respected. Presenting the Officials Hall of Fame Awards, members of the Board of Control, Dan Delaney, Activities Director, Mason City, Denny Presnell, representing the Iowa Association of School Boards, Deb Menke, the principal at Pleasant Valley High School, Mike Billings, superintendent at Roland Story, and Brett Manning, the superintendent of schools at Tri-Center Neola. A native of Nigeria, this official came to Iowa and attended Westbar College. He helped establish club soccer programs there and went on to play in Midwest adult soccer leagues. He is one of the state's top soccer officials, having officiated high school matches the past 13 years. He's appeared in 10 state tournaments, including 2 championship matches. Please welcome from Sioux City, Oke Ibarra and his wife, Barbara. This official began working flag football in 1960 and 2 years later went to a varsity schedule. He retired from the varsity ranks in 1998 after being chosen for the playoffs 18 times and working 27 playoff games, including 5 state championships. He's remained active in prep officiating by working volleyball the past 8 years. From Cedar Rapids, please greet Robert Ferguson and his wife, Carol. After a successful high school and collegiate playing career, this official worked professional and high school baseball as well as basketball. In 37 years, he has made the calls in 188 postseason baseball games, including 2 state championships and over 80 postseason basketball contests with 1 title game. Accompanied by his wife, Audrey, please welcome from Bettendorf, Ken Ferris. Another fine high school and collegiate athlete, this official started a 36-year career working at the junior high level with his uncle. He's officiated 26 football playoffs, including 3 state championships. This week, he officiated in his 7th state boys basketball tournament, and he has also officiated the girls state basketball tournament 10 times. From Council Bluffs, greet Larry Patton, accompanied by his wife, Robin. Our next official is starting his 30th year in track and field. He has won Track Official of the Year honors several times and has been a starter or umpire at regional, district, and state meets. He is prominent also on the college scene, working the Drake Relays and NCAA championships in cross country and indoor and outdoor track. With his wife, Annette, please welcome from Ames, Terry Thompson. Our final 2 honorees wanted to be introduced together, and that is fitting. While in high school, they worked lower level games, but starting in 1972, they set a standard of excellence at the varsity basketball level. They were recognized among the top officials in the state. They appeared in the state tournament 24 years in boys basketball and 26 years in girls. They worked 5 girls state championship games while also being selected 18 times for boys sub-state games, as well as 7 boys state tournaments. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Officials Hall of Fame, Bill Elliott, accompanied by his wife Sandra, and Jack Schultz, accompanied by his wife Marcia. Ladies and gentlemen, one final round of applause for our Sports Medicine Award winners and our Officials Hall of Fame.
It's our halftime celebration here at Wells Fargo Arena, and a great first half to celebrate. Western Christian up by 4 at the break. Local messages are next.
Congratulations to the whole Western Christian Wolfpack and Boyd and Hole Comet Boys basketball teams on reaching Iowa Boys State Basketball State Tournament. Your dedication has shot you through the season and your talent shows. You have what it takes to be a star. Congratulations to whole Western Christian Wolfpack and Boyd and Hole Comets on a slam dunk season. This message is brought to you in part by Citizen State Bank, a real community bank, and Iowa State Bank, ready then and ready now. We're the one.
There's huge savings in every department during the Flyons Giant Warehouse Clearance. Every Mitsubishi high-def TV in stock is tagged to sell and free for a year, including the latest 1080p DLPs and LCD models. Plus, get a $100 Flyons gift card good on any high-def TV free when you purchase a qualified home theater system. And everything is backed by our Flyons low price guarantee. The savings are huge during the Flyons Giant Warehouse Clearance.
My truck better be able to tow my horse trailer.
My truck better be able to tow this load.
Tow a combine. Uphill. Downhill.
Without burning up the brakes.
We asked the guys who use trucks to help build ours and got an available 381 horsepower V8 with standard towing capacity of over 10,000 pounds. And no other truck in its class has bigger front brake rotors. The all-new, built-in-America Toyota Tundra. The truck that's changing it all. Get one at a great price. Now at your Toyota dealer.
American State Bank, proud supporters of our students and community.
First half here at Wells Fargo Arena, as the 2A championships always seem to be. Let's take a look at some highlights of that first half.
And there were a bunch of them. As we see here, Zudenhorst, as he did 7 straight times, making that one on the interior. The ball goes to Graber on the ball reversal, and he knocks down the 3 for Mid-Prairie. Wolterstorff, Fatma getting into the act as well, as we see Graber picking the pocket and able to convert on the other end. It was up and down action throughout the course of that first half as Gasek throws in the runner in transition. It got physical out there. Gasek kicks it ahead to Fatma, and he finishes a very difficult shot in transition as Gasek stops.
Oldenkamp
finds Oldenkamp in transition, who knocks down the 3.
There's the stats at the half. Western Christian shooting 50%. You mentioned Zudenhorst is 7 of 7. They've also shot the 3 better. Teams are even on the boards, but points off turnovers, surprisingly maybe, the advantage to Mid-Prairie. We saw Hull's pressure really create problems for Nottoway Valley yesterday. Western Christian's pressure, I should say.
And that's kind of what Western Christian hangs their hat on, as you know, coming into this one is pressure. They're going to get after you 94 feet. They're going to get after you in the court-to-court overplay, look to do some trapping, some run and jump, and as a result, they wreak havoc on opponents. And with Mid-Prairie being as aggressive as they have been tonight, John, Western Christian has really not had a chance to implement that style of play, at least not consistently. In Mid-Prairie, taking a page out of the Western Christian book and stepping up the pressure themselves and having success.
Fans are having fun with good reason. They've seen entertaining basketball for the first 16 minutes. 16 more to go, at least. This telecast is brought to you by Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield of Iowa, an independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association. By Mid-American Energy. Mid-American Energy encourages everyone to play it safe around natural gas and electricity. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service. By Menards. Save big money at Menards. By Radius Herbicide. Get the ultimate in protection with new Radius Herbicide from Bayer Crop Science. Radius, a weed-free zone. And by Iowa Bankers Association, where your future is our focus. Iowa Banks.
Left foot, let's start. Freeze!
There it is, a 4-point advantage for Western Christian at halftime as they try to claim their 4th state championship. Mid-Prairie has never won one 6th trip to the state tournament for the Golden Hawks. And when they first went in 1970 and won runner-up honors, Don Showalter was the captain of the all-tournament team. And now he's the head coach in his 33rd year.
And yesterday in the post-game press conference, one of the reporters asked Coach Showalter about that, and he just kind of looked at him and said, "Now, why would you bring that up?" But since you did, I was pretty good back in the day. Yeah, just a tremendous conversation. And you know, John, as you look ahead to this second half, I think if you're both coaches, you've got to be relatively pleased with the way things transpired. Obviously, Jim Ecoff is going to want to continue to step up in terms of defensive intensity and pressure. But by and large, it was other than the turnovers, it was a very well-played first half.
Let's take a look at the matchups tomorrow night when we'll settle 2 more champions. Sioux City Heelan and Waverly Shell Rock ought to be one of the great games in Class 3A championship history. Really, that's got a lot of potential to be a fun matchup. And then Linmar will take on Bettendorf in the 4A title game. We saw those 2 teams advance with victories this afternoon.
Linmar looked very, very good, and Bettendorf, like we talked about in the broadcast, they have a way of just wearing teams down. They guard you. They do all the little things. They throw some pressure at you. They change defenses, and they're incredibly effective.
Well, before the game, Al gave us his keys to the game, brought to you by Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Iowa. Let's revisit those and see if he's on the mark.
Well, Mid-Prairie has at times done a good job of identifying shooters and contesting shots. They have not done that consistently. They have, however, John, in my mind, handled the pressure of Western Christian very effectively as we take a look at the keys for Western Christian. And again, both of these teams shoot the 3 extensively. Western Christian has done a nice job of finding shooters with the exception of Graber. Kyle Graber had a huge first half, and I don't think Western Christian has done a very good job at all of controlling the tempo. They've allowed Mid-Prairie to dictate tempo, at least they did there in that first half, and that's why this game is as close as it is.
Mid-Prairie will start the second half with the basketball. We saw Western Christian mix in a little bit of zone, but primarily man in the first half. Patterson missed a lot of minutes there, and he's tied up. We'll have an alternate possession here. It'll go right back over to Western Christian.
Yeah, Patterson only played 8 minutes in that first half. To lose your leading scorer and rebounder for a quarter in the first half and still being in this ball game, that bodes well for Mid-Prairie.
Yeah, that's what a... They called a foul there on Fopma on that scramble, so it will be Mid-Prairie's ball. But that's overlooked a little bit here. The great job that Mid-Prairie did of staying in the game with Patterson on the bench. There's a 3 for Braden Koss. And it's back to a 1-point game.
And that's Koss's first basket of the game, and to have it be a 3 is going to be big for his confidence.
Sudenhorst can't miss. 8 of 8 from the floor, 16 points, and Western Christian back up by 3. Koss hit one a moment ago. Graber finding Patterson. Over to the other side, and a 3 goes for Silbaugh, and a foul call. Silbaugh,
Patterson.
Oh, that's going to be 4 on Patterson. Wow. Count the 3 for Silbaugh, but I think if given a chance to trade it for Patterson not picking up his 4th, Don Showalter would take that trade. Wow, so his 4th foul was 6:51 to go in the 3rd quarter. Frustrating day for Darren Patterson. But his teammates are picking him up. Down low, Zudenhorst had that one blocked by Strabala, but a foul called on Strabala, and 2 free throws coming for Zudenhorst.
Strabala deceptively long, able to get up and get a hand on that one. That's the first time we've seen Zudenhorst's rhythm interrupted at all as he's attacking the basket in there.
Sabala might be strong, or long rather, but Zutenhorst is strong. He missed the free throw here, but man, what a load he is inside. 6'1" junior. Made 1 of 2 at the line. 17 points for him. 1 point, Western Christian advantage. Silbaugh hit that 3 a moment ago. Graber had the hot hand in the first half. He'll fire a 3. Zutenhorst rebounding. Walterstorff in transition.
And Walterstorff doing an outstanding job of avoiding contact. Slid sideways, able to make the basket and avoid committing the charge.
Back to a 3-point advantage for the Wolfpack. Ross off a Strabala screen. Gives it back to Strabala, back to Ross rather for the 3. He couldn't get that down, but a foul call. Koss fouled in the act. He's going to shoot 3 free throws, I believe.
And I don't like that call, John. I'll tell you why. And I don't say much about what the Stripes do because they do an outstanding job. That foul took place after Koss had landed. It was clearly after the shot, and he's going to be awarded free throws here. So while it was after the act of shooting, in my mind, it should have been mid-Prairie ball out on the side.
So you don't disagree that there was a foul, you just disagree with the timing.
Exactly.
Koss will shoot 3 free throws. He's made the first 2. This is the second time he's been fouled on a 3-point shot in this game. And he can tie it with a 3rd free throw. He does. 8 for Koss. And this game is tied at 41. Graber with good anticipation. Couldn't track it down.
And Mid-Prairie is one of these teams. You let them hang around. You let them hang around. They've gained confidence throughout their tournament run, and throughout this game, you just sense that they're gaining confidence here tonight.
Walterstorff bounces it over to Zutenhorst. Is he going to miss one?
I don't think so. Especially he's taking such good shots, and he's so aggressive out there.
He's 9 of 9 now from the floor.
He's finding his way to the rim.
Faulkner knocked it loose. Strabala was able to recover. And now a foul called on Gasing. Oh, they threw it away on the inbounds, but good hustle trying to get it back. And over and back because the ball went all the way into the back court before it was touched. But now they throw it away again. And Faulkner was tied up by Kern. Alternate possession belongs to Western Christian. Five minutes to go in the 3rd quarter of a fun game in the Class 2A championship. Western Christian a 2-point advantage. Walterstorff finding Faulkner. Gasink to Zutenhorst, and he traveled.
Well, they found one way to stop him.
I don't think Jim Ecoff agrees. Neither does she. Kern brings it out. Koss trying to throw it down low, and it was a balance issue there. Time for Gent as he hit the deck and the ball went out of bounds. It'll belong to Western Christian. Time out on the floor. 4:27 to go, 3rd quarter, 2-point game.
Now, with just a few mouse clicks, you can find the perfect vehicle. The KCAU Auto Mall has over 22,000 vehicles ready for immediate sale. Throughout Siouxland, people come to the Auto Mall each day to find the best deals on new and used cars, trucks, SUVs, boats, and motorcycles, all from the comfort of home. Why spend time driving from dealer to dealer when the KCAU Auto Mall takes you there instantly? Pick, click, drive. It's that simple when you use the KCAU Auto Mall.
Did you miss your favorite ABC show or want to watch it again?
Oh, this is awkward.
Now, you can watch full-length episodes of your favorite shows online, like Grey's Anatomy, Lost, Desperate Housewives, and more. The day after they air, free.
Sweet.
All the scenes that'll take your breath away.
Does she know you killed your wife? What is she talking about?
All online.
Seriously?
All free.
Seriously.
On KCAUTV.com. Jenna Renstrom.
I love that Siouxland is my home. Growing up in Hardington and graduating from Morningside College, there's no other place I would want to live or work.
Jenna's been reporting on the people and issues that make Siouxland unique. She understands your needs and concerns.
Our job is to get the facts for you, day in and day out.
Jenna Renstrom joins Larry Wentz at the anchor desk.
Join me weeknights on Channel 9 Eyewitness News at 5, 6, and 10.
Playing the third quarter. Patterson with 4 fouls on the bench for Mid-Prairie. A steal for the Golden Hawks. And they'll keep the ball. Oldenkamp checks back in. Silbaugh's back in there for Mid-Prairie. He has the ball right now. This Mid-Prairie team trying to pull off the upset in the championship game, just as they did in the first 2 rounds. Silbaugh missed the 3, and Zutenhorst rebounds. Vogel in transition. Draws the foul.
A nice job by Walterstorff of getting that ball ahead. Vogel able to slide along that baseline and draw contact.
Third on Stribala. And Vogel's free throw is good.
Into the Golden Hawk lineup, 23, Josh Showalter. Into the Wolfpack lineup, number 11, Michael Manning.
One champion has already been decided. That was in our Class 1A title game, a 47-44 victory for Northwood Kensett over Iowa Mennonite. Now the 2A title on the line. Showalter inside. Denied by Walterstorff. And now Walterstorff in transition, finding Oldenkamp.
And you can't leave him alone. We saw that in the first half as he raised up and hit a couple of big ones. Oldenkamp just uncovered along the baseline, and he knows how to knock those down.
His third 3. We mentioned he had 5 in the opening game of the tournament for Western Christian. And a blocking foul called as Silbaugh tried to take it in. Fouled on Vogel. That's his 4th. A moment ago.
Silbaugh hit Showalter along the baseline, and they said, if you're going to bring it in here, bring it stronger than that. But then I love the fact they're going the other way and converting it into 2 points on the other end.
Walterstorff comes up with a steal. He is a very athletic player. And walking with it was Branska. Imagine, I don't know this for a fact, but I'm guessing that Walterstorff's a pretty good track athlete. He can get up and down the floor pretty well. submissions with Sobol with a dribble.
He was lucky to get away with that before picking up a 5-second call.
Showalter brings it out. Zone defense right here from Western Christian. Graber says, I'll take a shot against your zone. And Showalter was fouled by Van Engen.
And that's just a mismatch. Showalter, I think you characterized him as stocky. I would say stout.
Strong.
Van Engen certainly not in that classification, and Showalter just out muscling him on the backside for the rebound.
25.
Substitutions for both teams.
Number 20,
6-point advantage for Western Christian. That's about the biggest lead we've seen in a while. Let's see how they attack this zone pressure.
Like you see Western Christian extending out of that zone, getting in the passing lane.
They'll try the three with Kern. And the rebound to Walterstorff. Gasink on a good kick out to Oldenkamp. Couldn't get it down though, and a good rebound for Showalter. Kern was fouled on the perimeter by Gasink. And that's going to be 16 fouls on Western Christian.
Second personal foul number 6.
This is where Western Christian can really bother you with those traps. Graber got it inside though, and Strabala able to follow.
And that's what we've seen here tonight. Western Christian, when they try to extend, Mid-Prairie's done a very nice job on handling that pressure and getting good looks coming out of it.
Botma finds Zutenhorst. Walterstorff hits the three.
You just had a feeling Walterstorff was going to break out here at some point. He has not had a typical game for him thus far, but
Graber answers.
Graber with the response.
20 in the game for Graber. His first basket of the second half. Zutenhorst inside. Had it taken away. Strabala up with the loose ball. And another foul on Gasink. And that's going to put Mid-Prairie in the bonus. Kern will go to the line.
Kern steps up there, 67% on the year. He's no stranger to the charity stripe.
1-1 coming for Kern. So that's 6-point lead, cut in half now by Mid-Prairie. And Kern tries to add one more. Walterstorff rebounds. On the break, Zutenhorst. Good recovery by Mid-Prairie. A minute to go in this third quarter. There's the lob play. Walterstorff trying to get it back. Oh, look at the hustle by Kern. And a timeout to Mid-Prairie. Kern getting on the floor after that loose ball.
Just
teammates appreciate that effort.
Yep, John, just a heads-up play to call timeout right there. And just a very difficult play that Western Christian was trying to execute. Obviously, that backdoor lob works, and you see it done in a lot of different ways, but that pass was thrown from the Event Center logo out there. That makes it a lot more difficult to get there when you stick another 10 feet on the pass. That gives the defense time to react. It's much harder to be accurate, and ultimately, Walterstorff just couldn't convert.
But Walterstorff, a moment earlier, hit the three. He had 22 last night against Nottoway Valley. Just a sophomore. He's going to be a real nice player in the next couple of years for Western Christian. You just think how good Western Christian's going to be next year and the year after that with this young team.
Yep, you talk about Cedar Rapids, Kennedy, everybody coming back in 4A. This team with everybody coming back here in 2A. And the state of basketball in the state of Iowa is pretty good right now.
Lots of good young players. Strabala brings it out. Silbaugh missing the three. And an over-the-back foul on Graber. So with 37 seconds to go in this third quarter, we'll see if Western Christian elects to hold it for one. They lead by 3. Palma, a dangerous three-point shooter. Gives to Granstra. And apparently they will indeed hold it for one shot. Oldenkamp. A strong drive by Walterstorff, but he couldn't hit it, and there's still 8 seconds to go. They reached in and knocked it loose, but Kern has it. Knocked free. Graber from downtown. Oh, just off the rim. Almost hit it. What a game it's been. We'll go to the fourth quarter with Western Christian clinging to a 3-point lead over Mid-Prairie.
I now pronounce you husband and wife.
Good news, they've accepted your offer on the house.
It's a plus sign. We're having a baby.
No matter how life changes, Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is there, giving you a number of ways to take charge of your health, going beyond just offering great health plans, with personalized support and education when you need it most, backed by hassle-free service. Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. The difference is blue.
See what a smile can do. A helpful smile for you.
We'll do anything for a customer.
Anything. That's the big difference here.
Whatever it takes.
We'll leave you smiling.
See what a smile can do. A helpful smile for you. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
The Iowa High School Athletic Association and the Iowa Bankers have had a long-standing relationship. The neat part about this is we have a very similar philosophy. We want to do what's best for kids, and we want to develop future leaders and future good citizens for the state of Iowa. We're very proud of our student participants and the values that they learn: pride, dignity, leadership, sportsmanship, hard work. The Iowa Bankers are strong supporters of high school athletics in the state of Iowa.
Here's a key stat brought to you by Menards. See that Western Christian has shot it better. But don't count out this Mid-Prairie team. They just refuse to go away. They forced 15 turnovers. And Patterson returns to the game. He has 4 fouls. But to start the fourth quarter, he's in there.
Here's the best statistic I can throw at you for this Mid-Prairie team. Against Tri-City Neola, they shot, Tri-Center Neola rather, they shot 38% from the floor, John, and won the ball game. They're going to be in this one. They're going to be fighting tooth and nail down the stretch.
They have found a way. Koss for 3, missing. There's Patterson. Darren Patterson. And the other way is Gasink. And Mid-Prairie with a chance to take the lead. Patterson again. Oldenkamp rebounds. Foppa from way outside. Oldenkamp trying to save. Foppa trying to save, and he and Koss collide. Wow. How about that activity? The ball's going to belong to Western Christian. Look at these two teams hustle.
Is it just me for about the last 4 minutes? Is it like we're living in a giant pachinko machine here, the way this ball's been flying around?
You know, Foppa made a great play, but he paid the price. He got up looking for a license plate number. Zudenhorst kicking it out. Oldenkamp. Oldenkamp with 11.
That's an unorthodox shot, but it works.
The lead's back to 3.
Kind of like my golf game, John. There's no pictures on the scorecard. That's what I always say.
Inside, Koss. Trenton Koss with his first basket of the game. Back within 1, Mid-Prairie. Zudenhorst into a crowd. Koss took it away. Graber for 3. And a long rebound to Oldenkamp. Look at him go. Oldenkamp again off the bench with a big contribution for Western Christian. 13 points. Graber left alone momentarily. That might have been a mistake, but he didn't pull the trigger. Boy, was he hot early on. Now a steal. Gasink trying to get it back from Oldenkamp, but it's not free. And with 5 minutes and change to go, a 3-point advantage for Western Christian. Zudenhorst has yet to miss a shot. Timeout call. Jim Meekhoff wants to talk it over. 5:03 to go, and his team leads it by 3. What's hot in soybeans? Pioneer brand varieties. That's what. Pioneer varieties are bred to yield and built to defend against key pests and diseases. That's why Iowa growers plant more Pioneer soybeans than any other brand. See your full-service Pioneer sales professional soon. It's been fun, Al, especially these championship games tonight have really been entertaining.
Well, there's something special, and obviously any of us that have been around the game of basketball here in the state of Iowa understand what tonight's championship and all the championships and all the games leading up to the championships, what they mean to these kids, both the people competing out here on the floor, the athletes, as well as the towns that they represent from around the state. And to me, there's always been something special, particularly about the smaller classes. You start getting in 1A and 2A, and you got the whole town that shows up, and in many cases, they outdraw the larger schools, and that's just something unique about our state, unique about rural America that makes it special.
Yeah, if you didn't want to wait in line for a haircut in Wellman, this was a good week to go get it done. Zudenhorst lost it, got it back. Or did he? Walterstorff brings it out. And a foul on Showalter as he tried to keep Zudenhorst from catching it again. 15 foul on Mid-Prairie. And we have a timeout. 4:41 to play. And a 3-point advantage for Western Christian. Back after these local messages.
With 17% off everything and no payments or interest for 17 months. How lucky can you get? The Lucky 17 sale this Saturday and Sunday only at Home Furniture.
Now, with just a few mouse clicks, you can find the perfect vehicle. The KCAU Auto Mall has over 22,000 vehicles ready for immediate sale. Throughout Siouxland, people come to the Auto Mall each day to find the best deals on new and used cars, trucks, SUVs, boats, and motorcycles, all from the comfort of home. Why spend time driving from dealer to dealer when the KCAU Auto Mall takes you there instantly? Pick, click, drive. It's that simple when you use the KCAU Auto Mall.
Now what do we do?
You won't feel intimidated at Transit Plaza Fitness and Tanning Center. You'll start with free instructions and proven fitness methods. Fitness and nutritional guidance given by people excited about your success. All gym members will enjoy a 30% discount using our 22 tanning beds. Try our Mystic Bronze Spray Tanner. Come to Transit Plaza Fitness and Tanning. You'll work with a trained staff dedicated to your fitness and the best tanning in Siouxland. We're your total enhancement center.
with 17% off everything. And no payments or interest for 17 months. How lucky can you get? The Lucky 17 sale, this Saturday and Sunday only at Home Furniture.
For the final 4:41 of the Class 2A championship, Western Christian a 3-point lead in the ball. Nobody's able to get any separation in this game, much like we've had in earlier games today. Tight ball games, with Linmar being the exception. Their convincing victory over Urbandale early on.
Mid-Prairie's gone back to that 2-3 zone, mixing it up a little bit. Western Christian not in sync yet, attacking that zone.
Kasich runs the point for Western Christian. Popma has good range. You got to keep an eye on him. Looked like they were trying to set up that lob. Popma lets it fly, and the rebound to Patterson. Silbaugh had his pass taken away by Zutenhorst. What a tournament it's been for Jeremy Zutenhorst. Just a junior. He has it inside. He's 10 for 10 from the floor in this game. 21 points for Jeremy Zutenhorst.
And the only way Mid-Prairie has stopped him in there was the takedown executed in that third quarter.
Near takeaway for Western Christian. Timeout on the floor. 3:14 left to settle the Class 2A championship and a 56-51 Western Christian lead.
This land belongs to all of us. It's home to you and me.
At Mid-American, we're committed to renewable energy. That's why right here in the Midwest, we've built one of the world's largest networks of wind turbines.
We need clean energy today.
We care about the environment and you, and will continue to do so.
For a better environment tomorrow.
Obsessively, relentlessly, service.
Mid-American Energy.
The Iowa High School Athletic Association and the Iowa Bankers have had a long-standing relationship. The neat part about this is we have a very similar philosophy. We want to do what's best for kids, and we want to develop future leaders and future good citizens for the state of Iowa. We're very proud of our student participants and the values that they learn. Pride, dignity, leadership, sportsmanship, hard work. The Iowa Bankers are strong supporters of high school athletics in the state of Iowa.
Update your kitchen this weekend at Menards. Delta kitchen faucets are on sale. Choose from this single-handle chrome model with sprayer for only $69, or this chrome single-handle pull-out faucet with soap dispenser for only $125. Lyons acrylic kitchen sinks are on sale, featuring this elegant gourmet choice sink with a durable high-gloss finish. Your choice in white or almond, only $67. Creating the home of your dreams is easier than you think at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
56-51 the score. Western Christian leads. Let's go to Rob Brooks.
Well, John, one thing Mid-Prairie has done here in the second half to really get themselves back into it, they've certainly relied a lot, especially in the first half, on Robert, but now some of the other players have started to step up, and he still has 20, but you see that the likes of Patterson and company starting to get things going.
You're right, a lot of guys are getting involved, and Patterson playing with that foul trouble, able to score there and get the lead down to 3. This Mid-Prairie team just will not go away. Inside, Walter Storr. Trying to answer, Koss. And Brayton Koss with 11.
And John, as much as he struggled in that first half, he has come up big here in this second half.
Back to a 2-point game. That's what you love. Both teams making key shots late. Walter Storff again. 11 for the sophomore. Back to a 4-point advantage. Koss fouled on the perimeter by Fatma. And that's going to be 4 on Faulkner. Free throws coming.
And Mid-Prairie yet to put Western Christian in the bonus. Mid-Prairie has been in the bonus since 1 minute remaining in the third quarter.
So Braden Koss to the free throw line, where he's hit 5 of 6. Zutenhorst couldn't handle the rebound, and Koss brings it back out.
That Walters jinx again.
They got it back. Koss on the perimeter. Patterson fires a tough jumper. Zutenhorst rebounds. Now with 1:30 to go, does Western Christian pull it out? Oldenkamp brings it to Gasing.
If you're Mid-Prairie, you really want to extend now. You've got to.
Zutenhorst inside again.
Just as I was about to say, you've got to overplay. Zutenhorst does his thing. Gets inside for a key basket.
Zutenhorst has not missed. Graber hasn't missed often. 22 for him. 4-point game, 1 minute to go. And a timeout. It'll be a full timeout for Coach Jim Ecoff. Well, following this game, we're going to announce the most valuable player in the Class 2A tournament field. Mid-American Energy's Most Valuable Player Award. Then tomorrow night, the winner of the tournament MVP for all 4 classes will be selected. The winner will receive a $1,000 college scholarship presented by Mid-American Energy. These are emotional moments you don't want to miss. Well, Zutenhorst has just been a load inside, Al.
As the Oldenkamp with the dribble penetration drops it to Zutenhorst. And he's certainly, Jeremy Zutenhorst has certainly proven he knows how to finish here at 6'1", able to go up against much taller players and get it to work, get it to go. Just shows his determination and tremendous effort that we've seen throughout the tournament.
11 of 11 from the floor in this game. 23 points, 8 rebounds, couple of steals. Jeremy Zutenhorst putting on a show.
I don't think I could go 11 for 11 if no one was guarding me.
Well, now the question for Mid-Prairie, do you foul? Gasing had trouble there with the dribble, but didn't turn it over. Walterstorff. I think you probably need to foul at some point, and they do, and Koss fouling Faulkner.
And that's the right guy to foul. Of the people on the floor right now, Faulkner with the lowest free throw percentage at 58%.
Which is a surprise because he's a good shooter, but that's not in the bonus yet.
Exactly.
Just the 6th. So now you got to hurry up and do it again. 37 seconds left. They can't waste too much more time here. And with 34 seconds, they will send Gasing to the line.
Gasing at 75% on the year.
To the scorer's bench, please.
Kern re-enters for Mid-Prairie as they try to get perhaps some more three-point shooters on the floor. Gasing to try the front end of a 1-and-1, and he got it. Made them both. Joel Gasing with 2 big free throws. The lead is 6, and the clock never started. Driving is Silbaugh, but the clock never started. Don Showalter calling timeout. I don't know if anybody caught it, but there were 33.4 seconds when that whole thing started. And Faulkner saw it. He's going to say something to the official.
I guarantee you everyone in the in Western Christian stands saw that clock didn't start. The officials heading to the scorer's table to straighten this out.
I think they're saying there should be about 26 seconds on the clock. It didn't take long for Silbaugh to get down the floor and score and get this lead to 4.
Curtis Palmer of Tri-Center Neola to the scorer's bench, please.
Well, you know, you don't see too many of these mistakes made, which really illustrates what a great job the people in charge do. And there's a lot of volunteers that put in a lot of hours during this week. You can see the clock in the background was not rolling on that basket. It never did start after the free throw was made by Gasing. I think they'll end up taking about 6 seconds off. There it is. They put it at 26 seconds.
I'm just amazed while you're doing everything that you're doing as the play-by-play guy. You had one eye on the clock. That's impressive.
Thanks.
Well, and you like the fact that they took the time to get it right. The officials went over, conferred at the scorer's table. Both coaches kept their composure, having confidence that the officials are going to get it right. Don Showalter having a chuckle with the officials right now.
You'd almost rather have him not notice it until after the basket's made, because if they had noticed it as he's driving down the lane, getting ready to lay it in, then Don Showalter might have had an issue. But I think he's okay with the way this turned out, and they'll foul right away. 4-point spread right now with 24 seconds left, and it's Walterstorff that'll go down and shoot free throws at the other end.
You like the execution from Mid-Prairie. You don't have time to waste. The foul was given immediately. Walterstorff at 72%, an excellent free throw shooter.
At the line for the Wolfpack.
It's a 1-and-1.
Number 25,
Walterstorff with 36 points the first 2 games of this tournament. 11 points so far in the championship. Front end of the 1-and-1. Right through. And he made a move. So he and Gasing coming up big at the free throw line. 6-point game. A 3-ball missed by Silbaugh. Patterson struggling to keep it alive. And what's the horn sounding for? There's still 15.6 seconds to go. Don Showalter saying, oh, come on, what else can happen?
An inadvertent horn is the clock's, and I'm not sure that anybody knows who has possession of the basketball right now.
They were still scrambling for it, weren't they? Do you call it an alternate possession?
We're watching a game of Australian rules football break out right here in front of us, and the horn went off.
And the officials are going to discuss this. If it's an alternate possession, Western Christian has the arrow. This is a tough spot they're put in, isn't it?
No question. We've got a lot of experience on that scorer's table, and I mean that in a positive way.
Absolutely. Great people over there that work hard, do a great job, put in a lot of hours. And they're going to bring the 2 coaches together. Randy Bloom will discuss it with these 2 great veteran coaches. 974 wins between those 2 gentlemen.
Think they know a thing or two about this game?
How about that? Well, Coach Hekoff seems less satisfied with the explanation, but his guys seem to be poised to throw it in.
I was going to say, if you're Jim Hekoff and you've got possession.
And it is an alternate possession to Western Christian. Well, now they have to foul right away. 11 seconds showing on the clock. I thought it was, wasn't it 15 when the horn sounded? I think, well, they're going to leave it at 11. And Zutenhorst to try to throw it in. Gasink is fouled with 8.2 to go.
And that'll be it for Patterson.
And it'll be Gasink to the line. So Patterson did not play as many minutes as he would have preferred in this championship game. Managed 6 points, but the foul trouble was costly for him and his team. One more 1-and-1 here for Western Christian. 6-point advantage and Gasink at the line. And that might just about do it. Western Christian looking for its 4th state title. Graver. And Showalter puts it in, but that's going to do it. Western Christian is a state champion again. The 4th title for Coach Jim Ecoff and the Wolfpack.
Just take it all in.
62 the final. What a game Mid-Prairie gave them, though, huh?
Oh, Mid-Prairie battled as you'd expect. You got 2 great coaches, 2 outstanding teams, a bunch of kids that poured their hearts into this tournament run, and it's a shame someone has to go away a loser, but your hat's off to Mid-Prairie, the great season that they had. You've got to congratulate Jim Ecoff and Western Christian. Just an outstanding season for both teams.
So the 4th state title for Jim Ecoff. Let's go to Bud Light.
These teams win for their school. Each player, coach, and cheerleader will receive a medal, a state tournament certificate, and a color picture plaque of their team. In addition, each player will receive a special signature ball for their teammates and coaches to autograph. All these awards are made possible because of the partnership the High School Athletic Association has with the Iowa Farm Bureau, and we hope these awards will serve as a lifelong memory of the thrill of playing in an Iowa State Championship. To present the trophy and medals to these 2 outstanding teams in Class 2A, Mr. Dan Delaney, the Activities Director at Mason City, he's the chairperson of the Board of Control. Mr. Brett Nanning, the Superintendent of Schools at Tri-Center Neola, and Mr. Mike Billings, the Superintendent of Schools at Roland Story. Our runner-up team this year has had an outstanding tournament run. Ladies and gentlemen, please join in congratulating the players, coaches, cheerleaders, and fans of the Golden Hawks from Mid-Prairie. And ladies and gentlemen, your Class 2A champions, please join in congratulating the players, coaches, cheerleaders, and fans of the Wolfpack from Western Christian. The Farm Bureau All-Tournament team is selected by a vote of the media covering this year's tournament. The captain of the team wins for his school a $500 grant from the Iowa Farm Bureau to be used in the student government program at his school. Presenting the All-Tournament medals, Mr. Denny Presnall, Executive Director of the Iowa Farm Bureau Federation. And here is your Class 2A all-tournament team. From Mid-Prairie, Kyle Graber. From Nottoway Valley, James Larson. From Mid-Prairie, Darian Patterson. And this year we have tri-captains, 3 of these athletes tying with the most votes. From Tri-Center Neola, Kurt Spomer. From Western Christian, Jeremy Zudenhorst. And your third tri-captain from Western Christian, Trevor Wolverstorm. Since 1988, the Iowa Bankers Association has helped sponsor the Student Athlete Achiever Award, which features a $1,000 scholarship for the winner. Each school in the tournament nominates a deserving member of their squad, and the final selection is made based on scholastic standing, leadership ability, involvement in school and community activities, and athletic involvement. A little bit about this year's winner. He's first in his class, a member of the National Honor Society, active in student government, community food drives, and service organizations. He's a member of the All-State Orchestra and the All-State Band. He's active in his church where he is a Bible study leader. He's an All-State football player, and he's academic All-State in both football and basketball. Presenting the award to Jared Mullenbeck of Hampton-Dumont are John Sorensen, President and CEO of the Iowa Bankers Association of Johnston, and Dave Huberger, President of the First National Bank in Hampton. Congratulations to Jared Mullenbeck. Since 1971, the Iowa High School Athletic Association has honored one team from each class with a sportsmanship trophy. The past 4 years, the Iowa Farm Bureau has sponsored the award and has donated $1,000 to the winning school, money to be used for their student government and leadership program. The school judged to have the best sportsmanship as displayed by their team, coaches, cheerleaders, and fans is Garner Hayfield. Presenting the award to Matt Haberkamp, the manager of the boys basketball team, is Denny Presnell, Executive Director of the Iowa Farm Bureau Federation. Garner Hayfield, the sportsmanship winner for 2007.
Well, what a night it's been as our first 2 champions have been crowned. The All-State cheerleaders providing some of the entertainment, but the basketball has been every bit as good. Western Christian, the 2A champion, after knocking off Mid-Prairie of Wellman. And earlier, Northwood Kensett with a 47-44 victory over Iowa Mennonite. Tomorrow night, 2 more champions will be crowned when Sioux City Heelan faces Waverly Shell Rock for the 3A title. And then our 4A championship, Linmar of Marion against Bettendorf. The action gets underway at 6:30 with that Class 3A championship game. And we sure hope you can join us again for another great night of high school basketball in this great state. Thanks for watching.
We've got highlights from the hardwood as an area basketball team tries to bring more hardware back to Siouxland.
And a Siouxland stabbing sends one woman to the hospital and has police wondering if it's gang violence.
Now live from KCAU TV in Sioux City, Iowa. This is Channel 9 Eyewitness News Late Edition.
Good evening, I'm Larry Wentz.
And I'm Jenna Renstrom. Siouxland has crowned another state champion. In a game that finished just minutes ago on Channel 9 KCAU TV, the boys from Hull Western Christian added more hardware to their trophy case, their fourth state title, by defeating Mid-Prairie Wellman by a score of 67-62. Tomorrow night at 6:30 on Channel 9, Sioux City Bishop Heelan will play for the 3A championship. Sports Director Tim Seaman will have much more on both of these games later in sports. And in other news of the day, a Sioux City woman is sent to the hospital, and some officials think gang violence could be the reason.
Channel 9 Eyewitness News reporter Sarah Cronenberg is here with more on that story. Sarah?
Police say this incident has a Sioux City woman recovering after being stabbed in the neck by what they believe is a Chinese sword. The victim is 23-year-old Jamie Spielman of Sioux City, and she says she was walking home from a party last night in the alley between Nebraska and Jackson Streets near 15th Street when someone came up and stabbed her in the neck with that sword. Police say she's now at Mercy Medical Center in Sioux City, where she is being treated for non-life-threatening injuries. Police believe this attack is likely gang-related, and they're trying to figure out how the victim may have known her attacker. They're questioning those who were in the area at about 3 this morning, and neighbors I spoke with say they're scared an attack like this